What's good, crew? It's Rubber Captain coming back at you with another video, and today we got another special one for y'all boys, man. It's finally time for the long-awaited Rp Luffy video. So that being said, since we're still figuring out our schedule, between me and my wife. She is having to use my PC a lot for work. We're still figuring out our scheduling and shit. So the videos will get back, on track once we figure that out. But that being said, I got 3 builds for y'all boys, so we're not gonna waste any time getting into this video. Yeah. First off, let's go ahead and give our praise. Alright, I want to give a huge shout out to all the official crew members. Hey man, I really appreciate y'all boys for sticking with me. This is one of the greatest ways to support the channel. But also anybody who likes, watches, comments, subscribes, all of that is greatly appreciated. And I did say last video we're gonna do a giveaway for a piece of merch, if we get 100 likes, and we're almost there, crew. We're almost there. So hey, next video we're probably gonna be doing a giveaway for a piece of merch. But yeah, let's get back into the video, crew. Alright, so right here we have a concept. We're not finished building this deck out yet, of course. We're still working on it. But I want to kind of give y'all a sneak peek into a new control version of Rp Luffy that we're testing out. Before, I felt like control was a little too slow, but as the format is slowing down with UP Luffy and all this, all these other decks like that, I mean, we do still got to worry about aggro coming in, but we can deal with aggro easily with KO. But as the format's slowing down and people are trying to get to these later turns, if we can set up, this board, we're gonna be able to KO whatever we need to. That being said, I'm just gonna go over, the deck a little bit. Not gonna break it down fully in this video because this will be its own video once I perfect this list. Like I said, it's just a sneak peek for making y'all boys wait. You know what I'm saying? Giving y'all a sneak peek into the kitchen before the food's ready. Okay, that's essentially what this is. So yeah, we're running 4 Otamas, we're running 4 Monettes, we're running 2 Karinas, we're running 3 Ben Beckmans. I definitely want to put this up to 4 though. So yeah, that, and then we're running 4 of the Newgates. Then we're running 4 of the 9-cost Newgates. We're running 4 Basil Hawkins, 3 Brulees, 4 2K counter Sanjis, 4 Brooks, 3 of the Searchers, and then we're running 2 Mulguns, 2 Honesty Impacts, 4 Gum Gum Giants, and 2 Thunder Bagwas. Like I said, I'm not gonna break down this deck in this video. I will have a couple pieces of gameplay of this list, but like I said, this is a sneak peek. You don't get to see everything in the sneak peek trailer, right? So we're not gonna go over everything. I will have this list down in the description. I will need y'all's boys' help to perfect this list. Let's just say that. So make sure y'all test this list out yourself, move some stuff around, add some stuff in, and let me know in the Discord, what version is working for you. Let's get on to the next one, crew. Alright, crew, so we got another list we like here. We got a couple different Rp Luffy lists we like. Like I said, the control version we're still testing, but this one we like, as is. We're running 3 Ben Beckman here. Trash one of your opponent's power 6,000 or less power characters. We love it. We're running 2 dragons. Helps in the Black Bear matchup. Really good for any matchup. Just being able to, swing 8, swing 9 for free after you play them out is always a good thing. We're running 3 Newgates. As I said before in previous videos, I sound like a broken record. AK leader is too strong. Running 4 Shanks. Being able to minus 1,000 power across the board is too good, and if you got a kid down or a Rosinante down, you're golden. Running 4 Zorojoros here. If you have 3 or less life, add a Don from your Don deck set as active. This is our bread and butter card that we've always used. Zorojoro Brule combos too good. Running 4 Usohachis here, just the best 2K counter in the game. Also wins you games. Running 4 Brules. Great blocker, also a great ramper. Running 3 Onamis, great late game blocker, also a great cycler. Running 4 of the Rosinantes here. Being able to trash an event, we are running a couple events. Being able to trash an event to draw 2 if you need, or just being able to set 2 Don as active every turn is too good. Running 4 of the 2K Sanjis. Running 3 of the 7 cost Captain Kids. We already know this with Newgate 9K leader just feels broken if you get that combo off. Feels too good. Running 2 Gear 5s. You know, Gear 5 is our man. We love Gear 5. So yeah, running 2 Gear 5s. We're running 2 of the Divine Departures. You could substitute this for Mogun, but that's going to make your deck a little more bricky. I like the Divine Departure because not only can it deal with an 8K body, it also is counter. Then we're running 4 Gum Gum Giants, best event in the game, 2 Thunder Boggles, extra ramp card, and then we're running 2 God Threads, another extra ramp card that can also hit a body off the board. We like it, we love it. It's great. Let's get on to the next list, crew. Alright, crew, so now we got one of my favorite lists that we've made with Rp Luffy for this season. You know what I'm saying? We took inspiration from our Luffy list, our strongest Luffy list, and we incorporated it into the Rp Luffy deck, and that's what we're rolling with. So if you look at my strongest Luffy build, you'll see the similarities. But yeah, we're running, instead of running Katakuri, we're running the Dragon. We like Dragon better than the Katakuri just because it allows us to put extra pressure on our opponent's life. And if you're going against UP Luffy or just, you know, any deck that likes to get to the end game, being able to put pressure on so early just makes it where they have to worry about your board or they're just going to die. 3 new gates. We already know about this card. Zoro. We already know about the Usahachi. I'm just going to go over the new cards. We're taking 2 Bond Clays here. You can play any 4 cost, you know, ramper in this spot, or even, you know, a higher cost ramper if you want to. We're just taking it because, like I said, we're going off the Luffy list we built. So we kind of just swap most of the cards over and then changed around a couple cards. We're running the 4 Brulés, we already know about that. We're running 4 Furnosuke's. Not only just the extra 2K counter, but it also can help in the Blackbeard matchup, being able to play it out and give it rush. Great card. We're running 3 of the Sanjis here. You can easily swap this for Beckman if you want more KO ability. You know, you can easily swap this out for Beckman. I like this just because it gives me that extra pressure. Like I said, we're going pressure in until we get these bodies. Then we're kind of like towering up. You know what I'm saying? Pressure into tower, and then we kill our opponent with the next card. You know, our Gear 5. Great game ender. Great card to even play out on 10 if you know you don't have something else to play. You know what I mean? Great card all the way around. Running 2 Divine Departures. Running 4 Gum Gum Giants, 3 Thunder Boggles, and then the other new card that we added to this list is Lead Performer Disaster. Being able to play this out on 4 and draw a card that replaces itself, so you know it is a brick, but being able to replace itself and you know get another card in hand is great. And it also has a trigger to do the same thing. So great card all the way around. Card can save your life as well. So this is our favorite list right now that we've been testing. Let's get into the gameplay, crew. I will have gameplay of every single list. So, you know, that being said, let's get into the gameplay, crew. But before we do, y'all know my saying, hey, Brooke, drop that beat. Alright, crew. So, the first game up, we got the control list. Now, we was testing the Lindberghs, but we did end up swapping that out. Like, the Lindbergh could come up, but we actually swapped that out, you know, of the list, so you won't see it in the video in the final list. But yeah, just know we swapped it out. That's all we did, man. That's all we did. Like, Lindbergh's cool and all, but you know, wasn't really doing what we needed. Okay, so we attacked us here. We got a Basil Hawkins. And the great thing about Basil Hawkins is it's also a trigger to do its effect and play it out. So great. We were able to ramp there for free. Now we can swing 6 at our opponent here. Get a card out of hand. Waiting on our opponent to give us a card out of hand. I think he fell asleep at the wheel. Okay, he gave us a 2K. Nice. Then we play out the 6 cost Brook, and we're chilling. So we're trying to set up our board here. We get the Brook down, we play the Newgate, and then, you know, we just curve out from there and going from the 7 to the 9. so on and so forth, while being able to KO his body as we go. His bodies as we go. So he plays out a Lucky Roo there. You know, that's a cute card. We're just gonna play out the Newgate, give our leader Arrested Don. Could just rest on the Newgate to KO it. Yep. Probably gonna get rid of our Basil Hawkins, but we don't really care about that. Should put 1 on and swing 8, I think. We're gonna swing 7, but we definitely should have swung 8 right there for sure. He takes. Alright, now we're gonna swing 8. I think swinging 8 is the correct number into Shanks, because if they do leader effect, they still have to give you a 2K, 1K. So definitely swinging 8 is better. But as you can tell, the Lindbergh's really not relevant for us to play, because once we ramp, we want to be playing ramp on 4, so that's why I took him out. Alright, so waiting on our opponent here. He's thinking hard about what to play down. He's realizing that, you know, whatever he plays might get KO'd. So he plays the new 9-cost Shanks. Not a bad card. I'm thinking here if I can get rid of it. I know Otama's -2 will drop him to 8, and then Brook will only drop him -2. They'll drop him to 6, so we can't really KO it efficiently. So instead, we're just going to, you know, drill into face. 7 give -2K to everything. And it should be 8-8. Use leader effect to get a dime back. Eight and 7. Nice. 8 into 7. Nice. Get our dime back, chill on our Thunder Bagua. Our hand is low. Unfortunately, our hand is low. But he's gonna have to worry about these bodies. He is on 10 dime, so you know there's that. Let's see what he does. Alright, we're just waiting on our opponent here, crew. He's taking his time. Just kind of skip through. I want this game to last too long. Alright, he swings 10 at our Brook. We give him the Thunder Bagua. Go ahead and take our Brook to 11. You're not getting that. Not for free. Now, if he plays Rush Shanks here, he can take out our Newgate or our Brook. But that's fine. We'll still have 3 attackers. And, you know, on top of that, he's only got 1 life. We're checking his trash. He used Divine Departure to KO the Newgate. That is good. Plays out Uda there. See what we do here, crew. Let's see what we do. And he passed. Okay, cool. We're gonna play out Otama, probably negging that Uda down. And we'll go 12 in to face, KO the Uda. And I'm just trying to make sure I split good here. I think we should go 11 or 10, 11. Yeah. Do 10 -1. Then we'll neg his Shanks -2K. See what he gives us for that. Okay, he does leader effect there. Divine Departure. And a 1K and a 2K. Okay, or 1K, 1K. Alright, nice. Now we're gonna attach all and swing 11 at 5 here, and that is GG's. He only had 1K counter left. Good game, man, good game. We had an honesty impact in life, and it has a trigger to KO at 6,000 power, so you know that's nice as well. Alright, crew, that's it for the sneak peek of the control version. Like I said, we're still working with the ratios. That's why you don't see the Lindberghs in here anymore. We're still working with it. It's not a finished product by any means, so don't roast me in the comments about it, man. If anything, build it on the sim, test it out, mess around with ratios, help a brother out, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I know I got a big brain and all, but hey, sometimes when you're in the kitchen too long, you know, you might lose your sense of taste or your sense of smell or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I might need help sometime. Help brother out, man. Do some testing on this building. Let me know what y'all cooking up. Let's get on to the next one, crew. Alright, crew. So here's the second list I showed y'all. I think I want to mulligan this hand. We don't have any bigs, which is not the greatest. Let's see what we do, crew. Okay, yeah, we mulligan that hand. That's nice. Okay, we get into 2 pieces of ramp. We got the Rosinante, we got the Gear 5. Not looking terrible right now, not looking terrible. But we are going against Yamato, and you know, Yamato can do some things, man. She can do some things. We definitely don't want to get hit with some banish, I'll tell you that much. Now, we're gonna have to do something scary here, right? Because this is what Yamato likes to do. She's gonna put 2 Don on, swing 7, and we're gonna take that attack. But we're down to 1 life already, crew. And some people may be scared to play like this, but y'all know me, man. I'm the no life captain. We play on no life, and we gonna be alright, you know what I'm saying? So our idea here is to play Brûlé out to get that extra blocker on the field, so he's not gonna be able to easily just attack in and, you know, get our last life out for sure. So let's see what he does here. Let's see what our opponent does here. Okay, he plays out the Ezo. Lets him rest down our Brûlé. It's not looking good for us, crew. It's not looking good. Swing 7 into 6. We're gonna give him 2 1Ks because, as you can tell, our hand is a little bricked up right now. Sorry about that, crew. Sorry about that. Yeah, as you can tell, our hand's a little bricked up. He swings it to our Brûlé anyway, which was kind of crazy. I mean, I guess. Thinking here, we can go ahead and play the Beckman out, KO the Ezo, then swing 6 into his body on board. And you know, we're set up nice. We'll be on 10 Don next turn, so we can do some things, right? He is on 7 Don, so he could Hodius right here, but it doesn't really do nothing for him to Hodius. I mean, I will give him 2 attacks in on life. He could even attack into the Beckman as well, so you know, let's see what he does here. See what he does, crew. It's taking a little bit of time here to think. Okay, so he played out the banish. Wait, let's go back a little bit. Made me skip too far, man. He's taking so long, he made me skip too far. But yeah, hold up. Checking to make sure I'm recording. Nice. Alright, so he plays out the Ezo, gives his leader banish. Uses leader effect to put 2 Don and make the Ezo blocker, and swings 10, so we're down to 0 life, crew, on turn 4. 0 life, man. Y'all know who it is. 0 life captain, man. We're not worried about that. So we're gonna play out the Rosinante first off to discard our brick God Thread and draw some cards here. And I'm like, alright, bet. Then we're gonna play out Brûlé. We should have swung first and then played out Brûlé, but you know, it is what it is. Nice sim mistakes, right? You know, them sim mistakes. So we swing 6, we swing 7 with the Beckman. Then we're gonna be able to stand some Don up with our Rosinante. We left it like that on purpose. So now we have 3 open Don and a blocker. So even if he Hody Jones us here, we're still gonna be safe. There's no way for him to Hody Jones us and just automatically kill us, right? That's why we set it up like this. So everything was planned and plotted ahead of time, right? We're no life captain right now. So we gotta be very careful with what we do. And we know he's got cards to rest down blockers and Mo, so. That being said, we had to make sure we had enough open Don and a blocker as well. So he's spamming out bodies on the board, which is gonna make it where you can't even attack this turn really. I mean, I guess he can attack with his Momonosuke. See what he does. Okay, he put 2 Don on the leader effect, and then he returned them with the Momonosuke, so now he's going to be able to swing for 8k with Rush. Swinging into our body there. We got him worried. We're going to give him a 2k for that and leave our blocker on board. It's going to help us set up our next turn. So we're going to swing 6 first, just to test the waters he takes. Alright, bet. We're going to swing 7 first here. Hoping he doesn't get a trigger to KO or Brûlé or some weird shit. Alright, nice. Plotting what I want to play out here. It's probably going to be the new gate. So we're going to play out the new gate here. Then we're going to swing 8 at life again. Try to get this Yamato down to 0 life with us. See if she wants to take the bait. Alright, so now we essentially set up the same exact board state since we saved our blocker the last turn. We have 3 open Don and a blocker, and what the difference in this turn and the last turn is we're actually an 8k lead this turn because of the new gate. So our opponent is going to have to do some rearrangement here. So first play he does is play out the Iso to rest down the Brûlé. I'm like, okay, that's 3 of your Don right there. And you're gonna have to invest to swing, right? Let's see what he does here. The power of 8k leader, man. He played out of Yamato. He's searching for some shit. He drew a Kikanojo, so I'm like, man, that's not the best card to draw. I mean, might have been his only target, who knows. Alright, so he's swinging 8 at us here. That's an easy 1k. Puts 2 on with the leader effect onto the Momonosuke. And puts the rest of the Don on the Momonosuke. Swings 13. We're gonna give him a Gum Giant and a Divine Departure, and then, you know, we are safe. And he quit out so quick. Let's see. He quit out so quick it like left the game. Hold on, let's see if we can pause it. Man, that was super quick. I don't know if we're gonna be able to catch a crew. I was trying to see what he had in. I went to attack. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to catch a crew, man. Let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright, crew, so this is the last and final list that I showed y'all. My Luffy inspiration list here, aka the strongest RP Luffy list alive. You know, that it may be a bold statement. I get it. And, you know, we some bold motherfuckers, but yeah. That being said, I've been seeing some Raid Juice float around, and, you know, Raid Juice kind of been a little tough matchup for RP Luffy in the past, right? But I'm gonna show you how we deal with that. So here we go. We're going second. We're gonna play out our Bond Clay here, give us another attacker on board, swing 7 at them. You know, they take the life. Usually they don't take life that aggressively because they are able to draw so many cards per turn. But I guess he was digging for something there, right? So he's got the Ichiji and trash, so we know, you know, that's gonna be an annoying card that we gotta deal with for sure. And I definitely gotta find room for the chopper in here. I don't know what I'm gonna cut yet for the chopper, but I definitely need like 2 or 3 of those new 3-cost choppers for sure. Like I said, I made all these builds, you know, before the release of the starter deck. I just haven't put the video out for them. So yeah. So here we are on 7 Don, but we're gonna do a little tricky play. Play out Bond Clay, ramp up 1, then use our leader effect, ramp up another. Now we're on 9 Don. We're gonna swing 7 and then probably play out Brulee here. Alright, nice. So if you look at our hand, our counter is shit right now. We got 2k counter. He's got 3 attacks coming in, possibly 4 with the Ichiji. So it's gonna be rough if we can't start getting these kid Nugates down. That being said, once we start getting these kid Nugates down, it's gonna be rough for our opponent. And you will see how that goes. So he swings 6. I know that majority of Reiju players like to troll and just swing 6s. So actually only having these 1Ks works out great for me. So he swings 6, swings 6. We're gonna block out of that one. Go up to 10 Don. He's using the Black Maria there to go up to 10 Don as well, which is, you know, nice, I guess. We're gonna swing 6 into 5, copying the Vent Smoke. We're gonna play out our kid here. We're gonna ramp up Don. Then we're gonna swing 10 into 5 with leader. Get him down to 1 life. We're 7k leader. He's got to worry about this Bond Clay, but he can easily attack into it with this Vent Smoke Sanji. So, you know, he ain't got to be worried too much about it. You can play a Judge this turn, but that will cost him 8 Don, and that will take a bunch of his attacks off because he won't be able to swing 7 but twice. If he does that, no, he'll only be able to swing 7 once because he plays him out for 8, and then he has to put 1 Don on the Niji to swing 7, and he won't be able to swing with anything else. So already 7k leader already hurting Reiju off top. What you think it's gonna be like once we play this 9k? Now, granted, he could split up here. Could split up Don and, you know, go that route. That probably would have been a better play for him there. But this guy wants to see the Vent Smoke Judge go to town, huh? He wants to see that Judge work. I definitely think he should have put 1 Don on and swung first because he just had to get rid of his Niji to play out the baby Niji. So now he's not even going to be able to, you know, swing with it. But he did have all 3 babies in trash, so his Vent Smoke Judge is definitely gonna fill up the board for sure. He's just playing all of them out now, going crazy. He actually plays the blocker Ichiji. Not bad, not bad. And he plays out the Reijus, gonna let him draw some cards. Guy's taking a little while, huh? Plays out a Tony Chopper blocker. Okay, not bad, not bad. So we're just gonna stick to the game plan here. We're gonna play out our new gate, swing 8 with kid. We know he's got the Vent Smoke Judge on the board now, and I don't know if you know Judge's hidden effect, but it allows him to rest a active Don. So we're gonna keep 2 Don up just to play around that. We're gonna swing 9 in the face. He rests his blocker down and counters out. Good for him. Alright, so now we're a 9k leader. We're sitting on a Gum Gum Giant. Potentially a Thunder Bagua, depending on how he wants to go about it. And And then we also got a 2K, 1K in hand. So we're not looking terrible, crew. We're not looking terrible for sure. Alright, he plays the Ichiji out, the rush one now. We get 8 into 6 here. I should let it go. We got another kid in hand, so it's not the worst situation to be in for sure. See what he does here. Swing at 9 with Ichiji. That's an easy 1K for us here. And he's swinging 9 with his leader. We'll give him a 2K for that. Yes sir, yes sir. Alright, bet. We're gonna play out our kid without even any hesitation, without any thinking at all. Put one, or not put one down on. Buff our leader to 7, swing 7 there. Notice how I'm just completely ignoring this board. I'm thinking here, I'm like, oh, I can go on the board, but nah. Swing face, man. Just commit. Just commit to face. He's got 5 cards in hand, so it wouldn't be a terrible idea to swing board. Yeah, we're just gonna go face. We finally got over our fear, our FOMO. We got over our fear, man. We just went face. You know, I think going face against Reiju is correct. There's only so many bodies they can play out, right? And it's like eventually they're just gonna have to split and swing. Now, that being said, we got 2 life, 4 open dime. And you know, he does got some swings. He's got some swings, some little investment swings on top of that, right? So our opponent has 6 swings. He's got to get 3 of them through to win the game. So we only have to get out of 3 attacks. So he starts off with a 9K here, and I'm like, most people would just immediately counter out, right? I'm thinking hard. I'm like, okay, if I counter out, I guarantee have to get rid of a 1K, right? And I don't know what this life is gonna be. We take the life to see if it's counter first off. Alright, bet. So we're gonna go ahead and give him the Gum Gum Giant for this next 9K attack. Taking our lead to 11K, and then we draw into another 2K. Nice. Alright, so he's only got 1 more attack he can do with no investment. And that's his blocker. So if he uses his blocker there, you know, and we get out of it, he's cooked. Puts 1 on, swing 7, easy 2K. Puts 2 on, swing 7, alright, easy 2K. And now we just gotta get out of 1 more attack, and we're Gucci. Puts 4 on leader, swings 9. We draw into a Gum Gum Giant, and that is the game. Even if he doesn't swing his blocker there, there's gonna be too many attacks, and we actually got a gear 5 in hand, so it'll been swing 8, swing 10, swing 7, swing 10, swing 12. So yeah, he's not getting out all that with no life. But yeah, man, perfectly executed game, and that's how you play against Reiju. Ignore the fucking board. Sit on your kid in Newgates. You're chilling, bro. You're chilling. Yeah, man, that's gonna be it for this video, crew. I am on a time limit today, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I do got more gameplay of all these lists, but like I said, you know, we're working on it, crew, man. I thank y'all for being patient, man. I thank y'all for, you know, working with your boy. And if you're entering into these giveaways, you're commenting on the giveaways that you're entering in, make sure you watch every video so you can know if you win or not, bro. Because if you win, and you don't reply to me, you don't hit my business email, you're not gonna get your shit. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you watch the videos, bro. So you can, if you're entering the giveaway, all you gotta do is watch the videos. It's free. If you win, bro, you win. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's gonna be all for today, crew. Like I said, I do want to work the choppers into this list right here, the Luffy version, as well as the second version I showed y'all. And I will be working on this control version for y'all because I want to give y'all something extra spicy. So we will be doing more work on this control version for sure. I wanted to give y'all a sneak peek of, you know, kind of what we're working towards and what we're looking at there. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out, bro. And shout out to all the haters as well. And I'll catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace.